What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with location for the Uncrossable Jungle story for Lego Ninjago Movie Videogame. We're going to ring off a couple of trophy achievements, and we're going to grab a couple of character tokens, but they're actually just part of the story, so we're really not obtaining anything. We're going to come back and get those later in our collectible videos. So here we are. We are picking up right where we left off, and let's see here. We got to do a little smash, bang, boom, and create a new portal to a whole new room. That's right. We got to go ahead and use Master Wu's staff to go ahead and spin to win. Now, I got to make a point here. There was an issue I had, and I'll show you exactly where it was later. But I also have a question for you. So stay tuned, as this is going to be a little bit different than our normal commentary. But Uncrossable Jungle, here we come.
You are in the natural world now. Your elemental powers come from this lush green world. To begin your training, we must go back to the basics. The power is inside you.
Why do that? Unexpected.
Surprised? Good. You must always be vigilant. Jay, Kai, Zane, keep watch here for Garmadon.
Yeah, sure. Us three can take Garmadon in a fight. Can't we?
Not at all.
Oh, great.
Do not fight him. Just keep watch. Come and find us if you see anything.
Ah, okay. Yes. I'll take the first shift then. Very good. But first, some Zane time.
I didn't know you wore glasses.
Hurry, ninjas. Garmadon will be hot on our trail, and our journey ahead will be difficult.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out, this being called the Uncrossable Jungle. We could go around.
Less talking, more walking.
All right, I may have to redo this video, as I did some tests and the copyright did not pop during those cinematic movie scenes. Now, there's definitely two types of cinematic scenes in this game. We've got some that are directly from the movie, and there are some that are created specifically for the game. Now, I talked a minute ago about having a moment where the game kind of bugged out on me, and it's actually coming up right here. I smashed this box down, rebuilt it into yet another staff spinner, and guess what? When I spun it around, it did the actions, and you see all these things on the back wall kind of move and shimmy and fall, but when it got all the way to the top, it did not drop the door. It actually did this weird kind of glitch thing with Wu right about now, and instead of the door dropping, it just left me there, and I could not reuse that spinner, so I had to restart the whole level and do it again, which is kind of why I looked like I knew what I was doing there for a second, but I promise that's all over. It's all noobness from here. But all right, now another thing I wanted to talk about is that I also had a question for you. Now, we do have some elemental based things coming up, and you can see here's kind of one of them here where we have to use Lloyd's sword. None of the other items will work, and this is a real crazy sequence here too, where you got to do a triple whammy, not a double whammy, but a triple. You got to bounce off the left wall onto the right wall, then onto a grapple plug. So booyaka show, that worked out nicely. All right, question. I know you're wondering what my question is. All right, so basically we've been having some troubles with views lately. Now, we've been asking you guys about your notifications and your subscriptions, and a lot of you have been telling me, yes, in fact, I am subscribed, and yes, I do have that notifications button clicked, and for the most part, you guys seem to be getting these notifications. Now, I had somebody else bring something up the other day, and somebody else commented on that as well, and they said that basically they're watching the video, and as soon as they show up, they see a number on the view count, and when they leave, that view the count doesn't change. So they're wondering if maybe their views aren't counting for some reason. And of course, I'm wondering what's going on too, because we used to get a lot more views when we had a lot less subscribers. Now we have a lot more subscribers, but we're getting a lot less views. And that doesn't really make any sense. Like, mathematically, it seems completely backwards. So what I wanted to ask you guys to do us a favor is we would like you to participate a little bit more in our videos for the next couple of weeks. We would love for you to engage in that like or dislike this like button. Now, of course, we'd prefer you press the like button, but we only want you to do that if you actually like our videos. So as I bounce across here and I make my way up, following this monkey, which this dude is crazy, by the way, I'm just curious if you guys could do us that solid and click the like or the dislike. Now, if you don't like it, of course, click the dislike and leave us a comment of how we could have done better. That's the only thing I would ask for the dislike part of it. For the like part, hey, if you want to leave a comment to tell us why or anything you have to offer regarding views or maybe a suggestion on why we're getting anything, just let us know by dropping a comment down below. Now, all right, back to the video. We are learning a elemental power here. We've got actually Spinjitzu, and we're going to learn a couple of different versions of it, but this is just the first one where Master Wu can actually send a little tornado of power up, and look at that. It spins that dial around and sends the monkey up the wall, and look at that. He's like, I'm out of here, guys. See you later. And we don't see him for a little bit. But guess what? We've got a plan. And our plan is pretty simple, except for it takes me a second to figure it out. There's this wall on the left-hand side with some climbable bits. So we'll go ahead and scale that all the way up to the top. And ooh, look at that glowing box there. We'll go ahead and smash that with the old butt slam. Oh, and I guess not. I thought we did the old ka-chow. But, all right, we're going to go ahead and rebuild up these blocks that we got back into what appears to be some sort of a leverage point here. And let's see here. It looks like Nia is required. We got her staff. We're going to go ahead and spam, 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 spam. That's right. Tap the icon indicated, and it's going to go ahead and drop it like it's hot. Ooh, look at that. It smashed that whole statue into a bunch of buildable bricks. So we'll go ahead and take those and build up the left side dial, which, again, we're going to need Spinjitzu to go ahead and whirlwind that bad boy from red to green. So, hey, Woo, we need you. Come on down, dude. All right, I tried to shoot it from up there, but no such luck. And I thought, oh no, I probably got a little too close to the wall here, and I thought I was going to get blocked, but no. My power supersede the walls, or at least that one. And we got through, and both of those red lights have been turned green, so red light, green light is now over, and we can move on through the door, because open says we, or I guess woo. Had the wrong letter there. It was an E instead of a U. Anyway, moving along here, we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on, but for opening that door, we actually unlock a Ninjanuity Token. Now, I thought these had something to do with studs in the early levels or chapters, but it turns out they just seem to be related to the story, so the further you advance into the areas, you will get more of these tokens. Now, there are 21 of them total. We get 2 in this video. 2 seems to kind of be the magic number. It's not always the case, but it kind of seems to be the average. But, okay, we got a new checkpoint here, and we can see we've got this crazy little obstacle course we got to take on here. And we got to get up, and away, it seems. So we're going to follow our GPS blue waypoint marker here. And look at that, they got a boombox in the back. It kind of looks like Soundwave, doesn't it? I feel like maybe Ravage, wasn't that the dog's name? I guess it wasn't really a dog. It was more of like a robotic wolf. Perhaps. Anyways, that would have been cool. And that's something else I'd love to see too, like Lego Transformers. We talk about all the different possibilities of like franchises or IPs that we would love to see in Lego form. We've all talked about Back to the Future, and we had a lot of those wishes come true with Lego Dimensions. And that being said, Transformers is one I'd love to see. I'd love to see more Flintstones and Bedrock, or just the Hanna-Barbera world in general. There's lots of things I'd love to see. And again, leave us a comment down below of things you'd like to see. At this point, we do not have any kind of leniency or sway towards WB or TT games, but you never know, that might change at some point, and if we have your ideas to fuel our fire, that might help us become a little bit more popular. And hey, we've got ourselves a cutscene. We get to learn a new elemental power, so I'm going to go ahead and shh, because I'm already talking over it.
Okay, but I think I'd remember if I was carrying a pneumatic drill.
No! I mean, look within your being. You have come far, Cole. Find your inner balance. Find your Spinjitzu.
Whoa! Yeah! I think I found it!
you know, props to the developers for coming up with a scroll idea. I really like not only how it looks, but how it functions. It gives you a real good breakdown of how to do these things. And oh, booyaka show! We got ourselves a trophy / achievement, and look at that, a Ninjanuity Token. So, we got a second one. You know what? Maybe I was wrong. I went and did my research before I started this, and I thought there was only 2, but now I'm kind of feeling like there might be 3. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. And I might have to go make a little change to our intro there. But hey, it doesn't matter which one you choose. Everyone's going to choose a little different path, probably, on those Ninjanuity tokens. You can see we finally opened up that 3rd tier, too. So, hey, and speaking of tiers, if you haven't checked them out already, while we're getting our dance lessons going here, or I guess dance instructions, go ahead and check us out on Patreon.com. That is a way for you guys to help support us. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there really enjoy our content and whatnot, and it would be awesome if you guys could support us, even at the $1 tier. Like, I'm serious, like, $1 is not a lot to ask per month. I mean, that's $12 a year to totally support, you know, one of your favorite YouTubers. At least I'm hoping that's the case. But, all right, just a little thought. Check it out, patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. We've got links down below. We also have stuff all over our social pages and whatnot, too. So, all right, we get to use Cole's hammer. And look at that. I made a reference to being at the carnival in our last video. And look at that. We get to ring the old bell, just like the old carnival style there. And, oh, look at this. We've got a chance to use our staff. I thought I was going to be able to use ninjutsu there, which I guess I probably could have charged that up as well, but the staff is probably a little bit quicker. But you need to knock off those 2 little obstacles that are blocking our roly-poly so it gets all the way down, and look at that, it opens another door for us. You know, I always think about stuff like this. When you think about, like, Uncharted or other kind of, like, you know, mythical, or maybe not mythical, but kind of fictional stories that have maybe some real-life elements to, like, how do some of these trapdoors and things work? Like if this was really created years and years and years ago, like, how did they make all these mechanisms and all these things? Like, I've always wondered that. Like, somebody was really smart a long time ago, or maybe there's a piece of history or something we are not aware of. I don't know, you know, because there's lots of real life, like, you know, like the pyramids, for example. You know what I mean? There's lots of questions come about there, and I guess I don't want to go too far on that because I'm sure lots of yous have your own opinions. But anyhow, look at that. Look at that. We're tight pants, tight roping up a rope. We don't see that very often. Usually we're sliding down those, but look at that. We've got the skills to pay the bills, and we get all the way to the very top, and look at this. We've got, we got ourselves a zip line. That's right. So, sound the air horns and celebrate with joy as you get to finally go down one of those instead of going up. And now, speaking of being up and down, don't look down, as we're getting up here a little bit higher than I would prefer to be. And oh, that's right, this was kind of a moment of, which way do I go? Yeah, so I probably should have edited this out. This is one of those moments, though. You know, every series, I always have one video, or at least one moment in a video, where I kind of struggle to figure out what's going down here. So, as it turns out, we've got a crack in the wall, and Woo's Spinjitzu is not going to do the trick for us. So I think, okay, well, I'll take Lloyd. Oh, no, Lloyd's not going to do it either. I'm pretty sure we're going to need Cole and his Earth Spinjitzu, and it takes me a minute to figure this out. I'm like trying to target the monkey, and right about now, Reese came up into the office and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, well, to be honest, dude, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you can help figure this out. And of course, he hadn't watched and seen that I just learned the Spinjitzu, easy for me to say, Spinjitzu with Cole and Woo. But as it turns out, he mentioned something about Cole, and look at that. I think it had something to do with the big hammer. I think he saw that big block, and he thought, oh, maybe you got to do a flying jump or something. I think that's what he said. And I was like, oh, no, but you're right. It is Cole. And I switched, and now we got to switch back to Woo, and check it out. We flip that dial around, up, not once, but twice. And once we flip it around the second time, it actually moves that rock all the way. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Third time's the charm. The old rule of 3. I guess I should have known. It's Lego. But it drops that rock, and look at that. See, here's another one of those examples. How on earth did they design that to work with that rock? So it would lift the... I mean, come on. That's genius. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. That's pretty awesome. I guess I'll stop questioning it because I'll probably never get an answer. One thing we will get, though, is another opportunity to take out some bad guys. In fact, we got one of these little mini bosses that has a power meter above him. Now, keep in mind, too, these guys do get smart and start blocking your attacks. So it's important to switch up your attacks. If you're continuously hearing ding, 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 or some sort of ching, 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 like, you know, like you're getting blocked, maybe try a different move. And oh, I love this. I love those power like combos that just take us to the highest level of cha-cha. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Up, 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 and away we go. And we flipped over 80. And we got a ×9 going with the studdage. Now, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay, so we've got this. It's raining studs. We've got a ×9 multiplier, and we're ready to move on now. We've got a couple of these little pillars we can hop onto, and we've got a double grapple in play here. And I like, too, how this Lego game allows the other Lego characters to kind of go around you rather than waiting or blocking your path. We've all been there before where we're trying to, like, you know, grapple onto something, but the character that's assigned to us as our partner that we're not controlling is often getting in the way or doing something. So it's great. Like, I love the collision, I guess, is not in effect in this case, which is cool. So, all right, look at that. We've got, well, this must be the kind of the free roamage area once we complete this, where we can walk around, because that looked like a gate or a potential portal to maybe replaying the level or to the next area. I still haven't figured out what those gold brick requirement areas are. They open gates, I know that, but I'm not exactly sure where they go. I'm pretty sure it takes us back through the level, but I don't know. One of you guys will probably be awesome and comment down below, or I will find that out next time I talk to Dougie Fresh, who's writing our trophy achievement guide. In fact, it's actually just about done. I talked to him last night, or yesterday rather, and it sounds like things are going quite well. He only had a couple of areas left, so not to put the pressure on Doug, but it should be up quite soon, and we'll go ahead and blast that on our social media pages as well as in videos once we get it done. We'll link down below, too, in all of our videos. Right now it says coming soon. Check our website for more details, but we'll probably go back and fix those. So, all right, look at this. We got to follow this monkey yet again. I'm just glad he's not hurling turds at us. You know what I mean? You know, often a lot of monkeys like to, you know, throw the poo. And that's not happening, at least not yet. I don't want to spoil anything for you, so we'll have to wait and see if it actually happens or not. Think about that brown Lego studs getting tossed at us. That would be quite the sight. All right, remember the poo studs? Any of you guys been around long enough to remember the Lego poo studs? That was one of Reese's first videos, and I have to admit, he was quite young, and it was a little bit of a challenge to get it done, but what a great job he ended up doing on that video. And if you haven't checked it out, look up Lego poo studs. And then, of course, add the HTG at the end to help weed out any other possible searches that might come back with that, or I guess results that might come back with that search. All right, I love the rushing boar. I still haven't quite mastered it as far as the controls. A little bit of user error there, but I love it how it just charges and it's like, ka-chow. I guess a lot of our moves are like, ka-chow, but, you know, it's kind of fun to do the old swooping ka-chow. All right, look at that. Speaking of which, I had to switch on over to Nia and have her show Who's Boss real quick. All right, we got this really cool, like, and that, again, there's a lot of elements in this Ninjago series. Oh, watch out for that next step. It's a doozy. But this series reminds me a lot of Sonic. I know that's probably going to make you guys scratch your head, but if you think about the Lego Dimension Sonic pack and how, like, Sonic functions and they moves and stuff, there's a lot of those quick moves and changes that I do believe kind of were developed for that Sonic pack. And hey, why use it just for that? I love seeing them, you know, spread the love and check out some new features. Hey, third time's a charm there for me as well. So again, that rule of 3 seems to be, you know, very consistent in the world of Lego. All right, we are almost to the top here. We're actually getting pretty close to another cutscene. We're going inside this. And again, I love the way these levels and this whole world in general is created. It's just like I said before, stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. You know, cool builds on top of cool builds, you know, right next to some other cool builds on top of cool builds. So, all right, we got all the way up, and now we dropped it back down. We got some more of these bad guys, so get your cha-cha on one more time. And, ooh, we got a tree to climb, and it looks like that tree is going to maybe fall over and present us with some sort of a bridge to get across. Now, I wasn't quick enough on the character switch there to save myself from that one. And I'm trying to knock this guy off the edge and return the favor, but I end up knocking my own guy off the ledge instead, so fail. But I give him the old sting like a butterfly, float like a bee. I guess I said that backwards, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. I gave it to him, and so yeah, next up we're going to go ahead and follow these handholds up, and once we get to that third one, it pulls down and reveals a spot that we need to go ahead and destroy with Cole's Earth. I guess it's Spinjitzu. Earth Spinjitzu? I think that's what we call it. Anyways, we'll go ahead and destroy it and knock it on down. Look at that. Just as promised, that tree provides a nice, safe way to get across this gap here. And guess what? Once we get across, there's actually a really weird, awkward moment here where it actually cuts us off mid-sentence and takes us right into a cutscene. Oh, to the yeah, it's Garmadon Battle time. Now, this battle kind of reminded me a little bit of taking on Voldemort. Now, it's definitely a different angle, but it's kind of the same principles as, like, he comes up close and personal and then attacks us. And once we, knock his block off, so to speak, he actually retreats for a minute and sends out some kind of fireball-y type things to kind of create some obstacles on the ground where we're actually battling him. And he also sends out some bad guys, too. So we've seen this formula quite a bit in Lego games. And I'm trying to think of what the last one we saw was in. I don't remember. Anyways, fun stuff. I think Lego Star Wars had the same whole theory, too, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so a couple bad guys come out. He makes it rain some stuff, and it kind of messes with our environment, like I said, that we're fighting on here. And then he comes out for another round, and guess what? He gets some more poundage because we're not taking it easy on him. Ooh, this is another good place to get your combo up pretty high, too. And if you're paying attention, you can use the, the old Street Fighter. Oh, you can. And here we go. Right on cue. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And it's kind of a funny angle in how he slams him down. The camera is a little bit funny, but I think it has something to do with the bridge and that we're off tilted to the left-hand side. Lazily leaning to the left, as Han might say. But, all right, we got some fire protecting old Garmadon, and we just actually have to wait until it goes away. And now we get to attack him again. And, yeah, so look at that. I threw a little tornado at him, and he was not too happy about that. But it didn't actually do a lot of damage. And all right, so you got to watch out for those spin attacks. Once he's done with that, it gives the old Tweety birds up on his noggin area. And we'll go ahead and take him for a nice little scenic view of the area. We did that one more time before we finish it up. But, of course, he sends some more bad guys and makes it rain fire for a second. And, again, another opportunity to get a whole bunch of studs and get that multiplier up for rapidly taking out these bad guys. So check it out. We got a 4x going. We're almost to the 5. Come on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, buddy. All right, so Garmadon's getting ready to come back down. I love his double-stacked arms. Like, that's cool. I'm a little curious as to why Wu doesn't have them. I won't say anymore. Never mind. Enough. If you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't know the whole history of Ninjago and where the characters, originated from and stuff, I've probably already said too much. But hey, guess what? We're getting actually really close to the final cutscene. You can see his health meter is getting down to that last section there, and we're going to go one more time for the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Here it comes. Yeah, buddy. And it'll take us.
I call it the caged monkey. Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Oh.
Gasp. Well, a true ninja would have counted all 7 butterflies.
No!
Lloyd, remember! Stay on the right path to find your inner being!
Oh my gosh!
Master Wu, we need you!
Wu!
Please, don't leave!
Well. Looks like your precious ninja master is gone. For you to make it through this journey alive, you're gonna need someone to teach you the ninja way.
What do you know about being a ninja?
Oh, I know plenty, Lloyd. You don't get to be a warlord without knowing a thing or two about the ninja arts. The dark ninja arts.
Oh, what is that?
And you're gonna need me to get you out of this jungle, or you're all gonna die.
Oh, great! We're all gonna die.
We're not gonna die, Jay.
And while I'm keeping you alive, maybe I'll teach you some of my sick dark ninja moves. Like the musket.
Hang on just a second. This is Garmadon we're talking about. We can still make it to the ultimate weapon on our own. We just have to remember what Master Wu taught us.
All I can remember is we really need a ninja master.
We take him.
Fantastic.
All right. Check it out. The Uncrossable Jungle story is now complete. We should get ourselves a gold brick for completing that, which, look at that. Speaking of which, I love the texture on those gold bricks, too. You can see they're like not real, but they're shiny and they're not perfect. They're cool. And oh, look at that Buyukasho, Master of the Fallen. Now, did you notice too when that popped, there wasn't an image to go with it? That was weird. I don't know what was going on with my PlayStation when that happened, but hey, check it out. We got Spinjitzu Mastered as well as the Earth Spinjitzu. Now, we actually got Ninjanuity Tokens for doing both of those, so we'll go ahead and collect those. And hey, turns out we only got the 2, so I was right. And one of my favorite parts here is shaking out these minifig pieces to build up. This one we got Cole unmasked, and spoiler alert, the next one is going to be an unmasked character as well, and it happens to be Lloyd. And all right, so we got that. We also get a couple of pieces for the character creator. Look at that. We have not gone back to that yet. We will do that at some point. And I think we're going to shake it out. Oh, that's right. We got the Plucky Chicken level 5 status going here. And oh to the yeah. Thanks for watching. That's going to wrap it up for Lego Ninjago Movie Video Game, location for the Uncrossable Jungle story. Check us out on social media. And like I said, if you could, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, we just want to see some sort of interaction from you guys. We want to see if the thumbs up and the thumbs down match the views. That's ultimately what we're after. So anyhow, as for me, that's going to wrap it up. As always, until next time. See ya!